the winners of the Champions League will be... Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to discuss who I think is going to win the Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup and much more. But first, please subscribe, like and share the video, as you can expect very high quality videos at least every week, like this one, I think. So self-promotion aside, let's start with my Champions League predictions, as we have a lot to get through. So the first game is Benfica against Liverpool. Now, most people will think that this will be a landslide in Liverpool's favour. However, I disagree, because with Nunes up front, obviously scoring against Ajax, and the fairly experienced back line, I think that this draw won't be as embarrassing as most people think. But I'm still going to go with a 2-1 win for Liverpool in the first leg and a 3-1 in the second. On to the next game. Okay, now we have Manchester City versus Atletico. And even though Man City have the attacking brilliance of Foden, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Sterling, Grealish, Bernardo Silva, this is absolutely endless. I still think the back six of Atletico will be able to hold up Man City to only a 1-0 win at the Etihad. However, in the reverse fixture at the Stadio Metropolitano, mark my words, Suarez will score against his old rivals from his Liverpool days. However, I don't think this will be enough, as City will go on to manage to score, making it 1-1 on the day, but 2-1 on aggregate. Next we have Villarreal against Bayern Munich, and this tie, in my opinion, will be a landslide. Villarreal are doing quite poorly in the league. I think they're 7th at the moment. And I just think Julian Nagelsmann will play his big guns and end up winning 7-1 on aggregate. No questions asked. Bayern are going through to the semis. Okay, time for the most anticipated draw of them all. The reigning champions of the world, Chelsea, against the kings of European, if not world football, Real Madrid. Now, on paper, I reckon Chelsea will be able to win this game. However, with the things that are happening off the pitch at Chelsea and the experience that Real Madrid have, will they bottle it? If they do, Real Madrid will end up winning the tie. After a hard and long think about it, I think that the first leg at Stamford Bridge will be a 1-1 draw. But then at the second, in Madrid, a Benzema and Courtois masterclass will result in a 2-1 win for Real Madrid. However, if Benzema is unable to play for whatever reason, Madrid could be in some serious trouble. Just like what we saw at the El Clasico just a couple nights ago. They look just helpless in attack. Moving on to the semi-finals now. So if my predictions are correct, which I think they are, it would be Liverpool versus Bayern and Manchester City versus Real Madrid. So we're going to have to whiz through this. So starting swiftly with Liverpool against Bayern. So I expect that at Anfield, with the fans behind them, Liverpool will win 2-1. However, in the second leg at the Allianz, Bayern will end up winning 1-0, taking the leg to extra time, where I don't think much will happen in extra time. But on penalties, I think that Liverpool will end up winning 6-5 on pens, Alisson being the hero for Liverpool. Okay, now the next semi-final is Real Madrid against Manchester City. So I think City will just be too much for Madrid. I mean, I've talked about them already, but they are just incredible. The attacking players they have and the calibre that they are at, incredible. Like every single attack, it really does look like they're going to win. Or going to score. So I am going to go with a 2-0 City win in the first leg and then 2-1 in the second. Now we have got the final. Manchester City versus Liverpool, the two powerhouses of English football. And City tend to bottle it on the big occasions. And I think they're going to do it again. I'm backing Liverpool to win the Champions League. And here's why. They have the best attack in the world, one of the best defenses, and the midfield are constantly helping out with both ends of the pitch. If Pep goes all out attack, Liverpool are definitely going to find a way to stop the press and win the final 2-1. So there you have it, my Champions League predictions moving quickly on to the Europa League. So if I go into as much detail as I did with the Champions League, the final would have already been played. So I'm just going to do my semi-final and final predictions. So in the semi-finals, I have Barcelona against Atlanta. However, I'm not writing off RB Leipzig, who face Atlanta in the quarterfinals. Anyways, I think this will be a tough game for Barca, but I predict that they will get it done with the pure quality of the individuals they have, winning 3-1 at the Camp Nou and 1-0 away, letting them progress to the final. As for the other semi-final, I have Rangers against Lyon, and first of all, can we just appreciate how far Rangers have worked to get to this point? But unfortunately for them, I think they won't be able to go on any further, losing to Lyon 2-1 away and drawing 1-1 at home. However, never write off Rangers. That is the story we have all learnt after the Dortmund game and the determination at the Red Star Belgrade game. After that round of predictions, I make the final being Barcelona against Lyon, which 3 years ago was a Champions League game. It's now the Europa League final. So Lyon will make this a tough game for Barca, but overall, with the individuals and the no team togetherness and clueless Xavi at the helm, they will bottle it and lose. And I'm just joking. Barcelona are going to win the final 2-1, and I'm not doing the Conference League because I don't even know half the teams there. Like, I thought Partizan was a cheese. Okay, I think that this season will be one to remember for Liverpool, as I do think that they will come out victorious in the race for the Premier League title, beating City to it by 2 points. Obviously, City have kind of hit a rock in the road, well, by their standards recently, so I think that Liverpool will take advantage of this and go on to win the Premier League. Next, the top 7, which, if you didn't know, is all the European spots available. So in this order, obviously, Liverpool and Man City, then I got Chelsea, then I got Arsenal to round off the UCL spots, even though I predicted them 13th at the beginning of the season. Man United and Tottenham in the Europa League spots, and West Ham, who I think obviously will drop off a little but still managed to get European football next season. Then we got the 3 relegated teams. Now this was really tough, as there were a handful of teams fighting for survival. For example, Norwich, Watford, Burnley, Everton, Brentford and Leeds. I think the ones who will go down will be Norwich, Watford and Burnley. I know this might surprise some people with Burnley going down, but with quite a few Everton players hopefully returning from injury, they are going to pick up form and eventually dig themselves out of a very deep hole. As for the 3 going up to the Prem, I think will be Fulham and Bournemouth in the automatic places, as they are already running away with it. As for the winners in the playoff, so at the time of recording, it's Luton, Huddersfield, Sheffield United and Blackburn occupying those spots. However, it is very close, only 6 points separating 3rd and 10th place. So it is anyone's game, but I think it will be Sheffield United, Huddersfield, Luton and Middlesbrough in the playoff spots. As for who's going to win the playoffs, I think that it won't be the most exciting playoff final, as Sheffield United will come straight back up to the Prem. Nottingham Forest still waiting for the playoff spot. It's been 11 years. Last but not least, the FA Cup. And just to remind you, the 2 semi-finals are Chelsea against Crystal Palace and Liverpool against Manchester City. And every year, there just seems to be this one Premier League team from the bottom half of the table who just shocks everyone. And this year, it's Crystal Palace. So, although in the semi-finals they have a very tough task of beating London rivals Chelsea, I reckon they will be able to put up a real fight. Although I think Chelsea will still go on to win this, but only just, as Palace are a really tough team to break down and they do pose a dangerous threat on the counter-attack. On to the other semi-final, Liverpool against City. Now, as Man City have an excellent record at Wembley, winning the 2019 FA Cup, winning the Carabao Cup 4 years in a row, and even beating Liverpool at Wembley in the 2019 Community Shield final, I think they will go on to win this game 3-2. I think it will be an FA Cup semi-final classic with end-to-end football, but obviously, like I already mentioned, City, with the record they got at Wembley, they will end up beating Liverpool 3-2. Finally, we have the final, Chelsea against Manchester City. The 2021 Champions League final all over again, except I think City will go on to win it. Like I already said, they have a great record at Wembley, and I think they will beat Chelsea 2-1 in the final. So there you have it, my predictions for the real business end of the season. Just to recap, I have Liverpool to win the Champions League and the Premier League, Arsenal to make a return to Champions League football again in 4th place, Man United and Tottenham in the Europa League, and West Ham in the Conference League. I also have Norwich, Watford and Burnley to go down to the Championship, and Fulham, Bournemouth and Sheffield United to come up. Barcelona are also going to win the Europa League, and Manchester City the FA Cup. If you did enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe and share this video to as many people as you can, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!